Bellator Champions Series Dublin. The time has come to conclude the night's early card as we now feature the fight to become the #1 contender in the Bantamweight division. Set for 3 5-minute rounds, introducing the blue corner at 5'5", weighing in 136 pounds. His professional record: 14 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is Matheus Matos. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 135.9 pounds. As a professional, 15 victories, just 1 defeat. He fights out of Makhachkala, Dagestan, Russia, Kasum Kasumov. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge, Jacob Montalvo.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight.
They are ready. And they need to be. The fight for the right to meet Patchy Mix.
There's the setup for the low kick. Used his hands first. There's going to be a battle for the kicking game, this.
Kasumov got right in Matos' face at the weigh-in, and Dan, you were right there. Matos didn't back off. He did not at all. Give it right back to him.
The fast, fiery start here. Inside the opening 30 seconds.
Dangerous position. Matos, that stocky build, they have great guillotines.
Lovely work breaking the clinch there. Clear what Matos is going to try and do here. He does not want to get tangled up. This is even too close for comfort, I would say. Good dig, good double underhooks here, head position. Couple of shots in the clinch. Maybe look for his own takedown here, would be a surprise. There's some shoulder bumps.
Shot from Matos.
Counter by Kasumov. Being defended well at the moment, though. You can see Matos with that underhook, trying to lift him up, bring him back chest to chest, but it's already too low.
Nice move by Matos to get on top.
Clever move.
Heavy hips. And this is key. You know, if someone's going to go in for a takedown, you make them expend a ton of energy. They'll think twice next time.
Oh, he's switching positions here. He's going to try and jump on the back.
Oh, that's a bit risky.
What? Yeah, I think he's going to lose his position. I appreciate his eagerness, but now he's going to have to work himself up
I
to the
love
bottom.
the fact he's trying these things out. High risks, high rewards, possibly.
Adam, it's all fun and games to get punched in the face because you ended up on the bottom. Looks great from here, but man,
you
good
keep
job
quoting Mike Tyson, don't you?
That's my guy.
Here we go. Now he's off the fence. Now the challenge is back on Kasumov's part to close distance, which he has to use his boxing for.
Like the way he switched stances there.
Yeah. These guys are both throwing incredibly powerful shots.
Not a lot of claiming about a clash of heads to the referee.
Nice takedown. Searching for a triangle here. Searching for a triangle here if he can clear that hand. Foot on the chest, he's going to scramble here again, isn't he, Jimmy?
If he can get distance back to the triangle, just like you said.
Oh, no leg triangle, maybe.
Yeah, a little too cramped against the fence. Couldn't get the extension he needed to shoot his legs up.
Hasn't got the run. There's blood there as well.
Cut around, looks like the left eye. Yep.
I think that was one of those short elbows from inside the guard.
Matos so far very active from his guard. He's seen previous fighters tonight take on Russians and just not be active enough. And he's making Kasumov use a lot of energy on the ground.
Gives his back in order to stand up, gets back to his feet, but still dealing with the body lock of Kasumov.
And he was stabbing at that eye too.
Lovely work.
Inside the final 2 minutes, round number 1, Kasumov and Matos.
Short drilling punches as well from the guard with Kasumov. And you know he's going to be working on that cut if he gets an opportunity. Triangle setup again.
Step back again. A little bit tighter now.
He's too cramped to finish this, though. He's really going to have to pull hard on that shin that he's holding.
Yeah, it's a difficulty last time. He's cramped against the fence. Good job letting it go. Didn't want to waste energy on it.
I love the raising of the ankle to make it difficult for his opponent to get back to his feet.
That's
Buys
really
him a
clever.
moment, very clever work. Buys himself a moment so he can scramble to his back as he turns.
But that's the difference in builds. Matos doesn't need a lot of space to hop back up to his feet.
Yeah.
Nice
Hey.
roll through.
Back on their feet. That knee there from Matos.
That's close.
Kasumov cut around the left eye as well.
Right.
Oh,
Lovely shot. Both cut.
and again with the right hand, touches his chin.
Oh, really going for it, the two of them, the pair. What a dust-up. Thrilling action in this first round between Kasumov and Matos.
And then we're going to see a flying knee from Matos again in a minute. He's trying to tempt Kasumov to level change.
And he's spinning Kasumov around with that leg kick. Really leaning into it. Chopping down the taller man. Great strategy.
What a great round for the fans.
Got to set those low kicks up though. Like those body shots in the clinch. Oh, and a nice straight to the body. Looking better, Matos, in this closing seconds.
Fight.
Having seen Nathan Kelly with that blistering performance, they then get a really competitive, fantastic opener to this between Kasum Kasumov in fight number 17 and Matheus Matos in his
flipped.
18th.
He's got to set those low kicks up. That's what I was talking about earlier. Now he's tangling with his neck.
Now we call them naked kicks. You got to be very judicious with those.
Yeah.
Really good first round. I wonder how John McCarthy scored that. John?
Watch the back of the head.
That was a very good back and forth round, and there was a lot of action. And you could see that Matos was able to take some of the experience of fighting a teammate in Magomed Magomedov and what happened in that fight. But in this one, he did try to go for some submissions, but they were not that close. You're going to have to give it to Kasumov 10-9, but very close round.
Do you two agree?
I do, yeah.
Really close, but yes. But it wouldn't surprise me if at least one judge saw it differently.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he finished strong, landed some big punches.
I've got to say, I like Matos' energy and the way he came back at the end. I thought it was terrific. But it's 5 minutes.
So good having John McCarthy here that we could just check in with every now and then. I always learn something.
I learned something from the three of you. Every minute of this, absolutely brilliant. Kasumov, Matos, what happens next here?
Wouldn't surprise me if Kasumov in this position, going for the guillotine here, but
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to finish.
Triangle at the same time, though. He could be tangled up in a Von Flue choke, potentially. If Kasumov can get around you can see him trying to alleviate that shoulder pressure.
Hard to
Kasimov's
finish
gonna-
from guard. Very
Yeah.
hard to finish from guard. Von Flu's with that shoulder right there up
Yeah.
against the neck. If you push that in deep enough, sometimes you can get a tap. But once again, hard to do from guard. Wouldn't surprise me if Kasumov kind of slowed this round down. He knows he's got a guy in front of him who can scramble, who can roll for some unorthodox things. Stay stable, stay on top, don't try to do too much. Turn down the volume just a little bit.
Getting his arms going as well.
Now you see this closed guard. It's not a scrambler's guard. Matos is not trying to create space and scramble like he did in round one.
Good work from Kasumov, no?
Yeah, very good.
Really good.
Nice short punches. Matos is the one that has to take a risk and get something going here. Quick shoot up for the triangle, but going back to that same guard.
A couple of signs of distress here from Matos.
Just seems to be breaking a little bit, it seems to me. The urgency to escape, to scramble is starting to seep out of him. And here comes the arm triangle set up again, which even if it doesn't get the finish, it's going to put a lot of compression on his neck and slow his breathing down. And you know for sure Matos' heart rate right now is what? 140, 150, 160. Like there's a real demand in the body for oxygen, and if you start to squeeze on that apparatus and he can't breathe, makes it very difficult.
Can he change the pattern?
Oh, I thought he was past then. I thought he was clear, but he's still driving in with that shoulder, but he's not going to be able to finish it, as Jimmy said, unless he gets around the guard.
1:30 left of round number 2. Intriguing one in the Bantamweight division.
Matos keeps fishing for that guillotine, but doesn't look deep from here.
Yeah, Kasumov's too high in the guard for it. I mean, he's going to try it, minute 15 seconds. I don't know if it's worth the squeeze in the second round, though. I would rather feet on hips try and push off and create a scramble, especially given the fact that he was having success in the last minute of the first round. Here we go, foot on a hip. Could he make some space here?
Scrambling well in round number 1, but not committing to that scramble in round number 2.
Exposes his back is a risky thing to do, but it worked out well for him in the first round. Can he shake his opponent again? Tries to roll through. Great control by Kasumov.
And also no follow-up on the scramble. Kind of dove for the leg and then let go and went back to his back.
Just trapped Matos, isn't he?
Man, stuck. Pinned to the canvas, got that shoulder in his neck again.
Yeah, just looked up at the heavens almost as if to say, what now?
Gentlemen, it's chess, not checkers at this level. You got to have that second or third move. And right now, Matos is kind of on that first or second move. First round, he had the third move. Now he doesn't.
This is an interesting position because you can see Kasumov's trying to get his head underneath and into the armpit to work on that arm triangle. But because Matos knows what he's doing, he keeps firing his arm into the pocket, making it difficult. Good submission awareness.
And again, it's enough for Kasum Kasumov. And there is 5 minutes, and that's it. Bellator Champions in Dublin. Kasumov, Matos, first round close. Big John McCarthy, second round a bit easier, no?
Quite a bit easier. You're taking a look at, it was a close first one. The second one is absolutely goes to Kasumov. We're going to have to really see something from Matos as far as stopping the takedowns. And you just saw right there, he's right back in the same position. Kasumov has kind of got him figured out.
Thanks, Sean, and it's good work here from Kasum Kasumov. 29, Kasumov closing in on that world challenge.
Matos needs to get inside those arms. There's a gap there at the moment. If he could feed his left elbow into that gap, he could start to try and square. He tries to step over, but man, that was a nice big slam.
Not going to work from that position. Good top pressure again from Kasumov.
Solid, steady pressure, and Matos now less than 4 minutes in this fight, on his back, stuck in position, shoulder in the neck again. He's still wrapped around that far side head, though. You can see Kasumov's really trying to force the point on that arm triangle, but Matos knows it's coming.
But the problem is you have to keep that elbow so tight that you can't scramble, you can't push off, can't do very much. You're stuck in that position defending. You have literally one arm kind of tied to you.
Yeah, and it's that control, Jimmy, that Magomed Sharapov and Khamedov had earlier. The way they just used the seconds right, didn't they? And almost nullified.
You see the Brazilian fighters who have fought against them tonight getting frustrated. Why? You're not trying to pass my guard necessarily. You're not trying to do that much, right? You're not giving me anything to counter off of. That's what that Russian style is known for. They just put so much pressure that there's nowhere to go.
And nowhere to hide. What now for Matos? Inside the last 3 minutes of this one.
So heavy with his hips then, even as Matos rolled through. In a lot of circumstances, he would have been able to lose his opponent there, but not with Kasumov. Stuck to him like chewing gum in hair. He is not going anywhere.
Only question here is, how much do you put into maybe getting the finish, maybe sending a message in this fight? Russian fighters, no, they're going to do what they need to do to win.
Get the W.
Get the W.
And this is all important for the challenge of the world title down, which will happen some point down the line this year.
Absolutely, a lot to play for here.
Trying to walk up for the triangle once again, but every time Kasumov beats it with pressure.
Again,
Flooding ground and pound.
rounding away. Kasumov able to do more. No freedom for Matos.
That scramble just hasn't been there since round number 1. He's rolled through a couple times, but hasn't been able to scramble and put that second or third move together like he did in round number 1.
And the risk as well, as we've just seen there, was Matos. He puts his foot on the hip of Kasumov to try and make some space, and Kasumov just smashes it to the floor and steps over it.
It's fascinating watching the defense.
Did a good job again, elevating that bottom leg. Puts him back on his shoulders. I think Matos is going to find himself defensive here for the next minute 20. He might have a little burst, but it might also open him up, give him back exposure again.
And Kasumov just rocking and rolling here. In control, minute to go. Matos needs something desperate.
Oh, he kicks off.
No explosion after the kickoff, though. That second move is, he has one.
Yeah, right.
Energy gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pressed the button too many times in the first round, and now he's only got one boost every occasion.
Gentlemen, in grappling, I'm trying to submit you. If I can't submit you, I score on you. If I can't score on you, I put pressure on you.
Yep.
I make sure you waste more energy than I do. And that's exactly what Kasumov is doing really well.
Chipping away, smothering, taking the pace out of it. Kasumov, it's clever after a tight first round, which was a really good watch.
See, in round number one, Matos takes advantage of this. He's trying to do it again, but he's a step behind again, trying to take the back.
And the clock's run down, 10 seconds left of this bantamweight battle. Kasum Kasumov has done enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we go to your judges at cage side. Your first, Dan Murgliata, scores the fight 29-28. While judges Michael Bell and Brian Miner see it the same, 30-27. All three have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the number one bantamweight contender, Kasum Kasumov.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, now number one contender in the bantamweight division, Kasum Kasumov. First of all, talk to me about that fight. How difficult was he as an opponent?
Всем салам алейкум, добрый вечер. Я изначально знал, что Матос очень крепкий соперник. Зарубается с рук, хороший парень. Пенек. Ну, у меня была, я говорил на пресс-конференции, что у меня есть определенная заготовка. Алхамдулилля, я реализовал свой план.
I said all along that Matheus is very tough. He's got really good stand-up and he's very strong. But I had a strategy, and God willing, it came through.
And that puts you in the position, the number one contender for this division. Give me your thoughts on the champion and how do you feel fighting over 5 rounds?
Твой выигрыш сейчас тебя делает номер один контингента на титул. Скажи, что ты думаешь о чемпионе и как твой бой с ним пройдет?
Чемпиона я знаю лично. Пачи Микс. Очень тоже такой очень хороший разносторонний парень. Но, как и на Матеуса Матуса, у меня будет определенная заготовка для чемпиона. И я его удивлю. У меня есть чем его удивить. Предыдущий бой показал его очень много дыр в его работе. Так что Патрик Микс, полируй этот пояс.
He said Patrick Mix is also a great fighter, of course. He has a lot of tools, but just like for Matheus Matos, I will have a strategy for him. He showed some holes in his last fight, so he goes, just keep that belt shined up for me.
That was very impressive, my friend.
Thank you so much, legend.
Great to meet you, my friend, I'm sure.
Пользуясь случаем, хочу сказать спасибо всем, кто был со мной рядом, всем моим старшим братьям. Я знаю, я это вам говорю, вы поймете, кто это. Хабиб и команда, Шамиль Зауров, Магомед Магомедов, Магомед Багандов, наш тренер, Мачай Мурат. Всем большое спасибо.
He said, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody in my team, everybody who was in my corner, with Habib, with Shamil, with Maga, and many other coaches back home. Thank you for all your help.
Ladies and gentlemen, follow this man into his title fight, Kasum Kasumov.